Para.
Hello and welcome to Sacred Pause with your host, myself, Kelsey Keil. This is the podcast for anyone looking for a break, a quiet moment to just be, without any other obligations other than to get grounded, get in your heart, get out of your head, and to be still in whatever it is you're struggling with and desperately wanting to heal. Oftentimes, all we need in order to feel at peace is a sacred pause. Did you know that we have up to 60,000 thoughts per day? And even crazier is that 80% of our thoughts are negative. 80% of them are judgments, fears, worries, doubts, and of those thoughts, 90 to 95% of them are repetitive. If you want to turn your negative thoughts that are keeping you feeling down and stuck and turn them into positive, uplifting ones that are going to get you where you want to be, please take time for yourself to listen to this short episode. It was made just for you. Hey everyone, it feels so good to be back on the mic. If this is your first time listening, if you listen every week, whether I know you or I don't, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you for listening and supporting me, supporting my podcast, Sacred Pause, and supporting my mission of self-love and self-healing. And most importantly, I'm so grateful that you are taking this time for you, to spend time on yourself, spend time with yourself, listening to yourself, and hopefully connecting to and loving yourself. That is my intention for each and every one of my episodes. So thank you so much. And if you haven't already done so, please take 30 seconds to rate and review this podcast. And if you haven't already done so, also go ahead and please follow me on Instagram at Kelsey W. Keil for daily uplifting content and inspiration. I'll put that name in the show notes because it's spelled a little differently than it sounds. So, today is Friday, March 12th, and the quote of the day from my Untethered Soul calendar said the following: "There is nothing higher or deeper than consciousness, and consciousness is pure awareness." So good. After reading this morning, I immediately felt relief just wash over me like a wave, because it cleared up all the little things that are constantly running through my mind, all anxiety-ridden thoughts. And just by simply reading this simple sentence, these thoughts were just washed away, and all I was left with was space, which to me feels like peace and clarity. This quote reminded me that all I have to quote-unquote worry about or focus on is my awareness. That's it. I think that is such a relief, because it's when I'm thinking about a bunch of things is when I'm no longer balanced and no longer feeling like myself or feeling peaceful. Having a ton of thoughts and then attaching to them is the quickest way to lose connection to self. Did you know that we have up to 60,000 thoughts per day? And this is according to the National Science Foundation. And even crazier is that 80% of our thoughts are negative. 80% of them are judgments, fears, worries, doubts, you name it. And of those thoughts, 90 to 95% of them are repetitive, are thoughts you've had before. When I first heard this study, my mind was blown, because thoughts are the beginning of everything. Thoughts are the start of emotions, the start of feelings. So if you have a thought like, for example, I'm dumb, this simple thought will affect your entire vibe. This little thought will immediately change your mood, change your energy, then change your actions, then change your day, and then change your life if you let it run rampant. So awareness is absolutely key. If you want to, 1, change your thoughts, which will then change your mood, your emotions, your day, and then your life, just always focus on awareness. Have that voice be your guide. The second you tell yourself a negative thought, literally just say the opposite. Your mind tells you I'm dumb. Immediately, as soon as you catch it, say I'm smart. You can say it out loud or in your head, whichever you want. And if you do this every time, every thought, every day, inevitably, your thoughts will change. They'll become more positive, more uplifting. And because 90 to 95% of our thoughts are thoughts we've had before, these positive thoughts will automatically begin to repeat. And that's what we want. We want these uplifting, these true thoughts to be the ones that repeat, the ones that just go off on autopilot, not the negative ones. And when that starts to organically happen, we no longer will have to correct them. Instead, we can just be with them because we know they are pure, we know they're true, and we know that these are the thoughts that are going to get us where we want to be. So remember, when you're feeling self-conscious all of a sudden, it is simply because you had a negative thought about yourself. Nothing else brought that negative emotion on. That is how powerful our thoughts are. And because it's your thought, you and only you have the power to change it. And then again, once your thoughts are more positive, more uplifting, you will feel better. There's no other option. You'll have more energy. You'll do more things you actually want to do. You'll be more loving to yourself and to others. And those are the ingredients for an amazing life. Those are the ingredients to a life that you love, that you are grateful for, a life you want to cherish and take care of. Then you'll find yourself doing things for you, things that make you feel the best. Morning routines, breath work, meditating, working out, eating healthy, all of those things that possibly seem hard to you now will just start happening without any effort at all. Because you love yourself so much and you know that those are the actions that are going to have you feeling the best. And when you're feeling the best, don't you feel like a damn superhero? You could feel that way every day if you wanted to, because that's who you truly are. Underneath all those negative thoughts and feelings is you, a superhero, just waiting to get out and live. And you can accomplish that by simply focusing on your awareness, focusing on what the hell is going on in that wild and beautiful mind of yours. Life is the arena and awareness is the game. Master your awareness and the rest will follow. Unfortunately and fortunately, the thoughts we have can go very dark, and because they can go extremely far on the dark end of the spectrum, your thoughts can also do the same on the opposite side. Your thoughts can be so bright and so positive, you won't even recognize yourself some days. It's all up to you. And if you're anything like me, when you feed these awful negative thoughts and let them take control, you also tend to beat yourself up about it. But you must remember, I remind myself of this pretty much daily. Have awareness that these abrupt, triggering thoughts that seemingly come out of nowhere, the thoughts that literally stop you in your tracks, these same thoughts literally saved our ancestors' lives back in the day. These thoughts are genetic, so please don't be hard on yourself when they inevitably, naturally come up. It all goes back to the caveman days, when the fight, flight, or freeze response was mandatory if we wanted to survive an attack. We needed to be able to respond instantly without giving it any thought. Modern day, these thoughts, if we let them, will just hold us back. We no longer need these thoughts to save us from a saber-toothed tiger about to attack us. Now, saber-toothed tigers take on a very different forms such as relationships or goals. And if we want to, for example, pursue a relationship with someone, the way to do that is definitely not to fight, flee, or freeze. Could you imagine? To pursue a relationship with someone, it is quite the opposite. You need to be open, honest, accepting, and loving. That's how you master a relationship, and that's how you master your mind and your life. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode. I love and appreciate you more than you know. If you think this episode could help a friend or family member, please share it with them. I need all the help I can get to spread this message of love, peace, and healing to this big, beautiful world. And if you're really enjoying listening to this podcast, please leave me a rating and review. It helps me out so much. And if you want some more of my content before my next episode, follow me on Instagram at Kelsey W. Keil for daily love and inspiration. So grateful for you. Talk to you soon.